Guess we going live right now. This is kind of like last minute. I didn't even post to say I was gonna be back here at the Kick It podcast with my boy Louie. Here I am.
Yes,
I haven't done a video in a while, even on my posts and stuff on Instagram. I haven't done a video in a while. What's up to Motivate Minds? Appreciate you tuning in. Mikey, what's happening? What's happening? I was saying, man, it's been a minute since I've actually even did a video or gone on live. Last time was when I did a podcast with my boy right here. I haven't been doing a lot of live posts. I don't know, I've just kind of been in a different zone lately, trying to do other things. I guess sometimes you got to do that. I guess sometimes you got to take a break from it. I've actually been in a different zone, listening to some very motivating music for myself. I told you guys before, I like to listen to like Gary Vaynerchuk and stuff like that. As far as like getting my mind right, trying to build my brand and everything. Now I've been even in a different mode, listening to like stand-up comedies and stuff like that. They give me inspiration. Just get you, clear your mind, plus give you ideas. I guess to help motivate you. At least that's what it works for me. You get sometimes I get tired of listening to music. Sometimes I get tired of hearing certain podcasts from like Gary V and a few of the others and stuff like that. So you gotta switch your flow up sometimes. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you didn't gave up or nothing like that. A lot of people they fall into it, but it doesn't matter, man. You can pick back up anytime you're ready and want to do it.
Yep.
It is, sometimes you just need a break. Seriously, anything can be overwhelming.
Yeah, you just, doing it too much, you just get irritated, you get bored, and like it's like any other thing. You need a little break.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can, in that break, you find, other things that
were missing,
get that mind sparking again. You know what I mean? Kick it up. You
and
feel
it's
me?
crazy how like you could find like motivation or something that just sparks you just like randomly,
Yeah.
Because when you take a break, you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So you're doing random things. You're like, oh, okay. You didn't even feel it.
Exactly. Real quick, I'm at the Kick It podcast again. My boy Louie.
What up, guys?
Go
follow the Kick It podcast.
Or I'm in his house.
Yes. Give me a second. I'm getting one of my homies said that there's no noise on the phone, so I'm gonna go check that real quick.
We still getting set up. We moved some theory. My boy moved some things around in the spot, and so he's still getting a few things organized. No big deal. I ain't always gotta be a speedy right into it kind of thing. Hey, we just real 100. So I mean, we ain't got people in the background engineering all this stuff. My dude do this all on his own, and he got to get up and he got to run back and handle some things. When he got to. He just got word that one of the phones wasn't working and stuff, so he back there working on that. And when you starting off, that's how it works, man. You gotta be everything, man. You gotta be the business owner. You gotta be the damn the employee. Shit, you know what I mean? Appreciate the love and respect. So anyway, it's been a minute since we've linked up and did a podcast. We've been meaning to do one for quite some time now. Things happen though, life, responsibilities and stuff, and opportunities will pop up sometimes, and sometimes you gotta take the other opportunity. Better either a personal decision or business decision, you know what I mean? Whatever you got to do to make it work for you. So the past few weeks we've missed out, had a few scheduled and everything, and then other things pop up, but we still here, we still at it. I don't want you to think that we done fell off or forgot, you know what I mean? We still on it always. My boy's making moves, trying to set up events and stuff like that, which I've been trying to link up with them on. We will let y'all know what events and locations and things like that coming up soon. We got a few coming up, I think, within the next month or so. We will let you know about that. Times and locations. Obviously dates. So anyway, while he back there, still working on a few of the technical situations. I hope everybody's week has been going well so far. I hope your weekend was great. Mine was, as always. You know, I make sure that I do what I gotta do with the family, work, all that stuff. Enjoy your time off, man. The time that you take for yourself and for your loved ones and stuff like that. I always do. I enjoy it. I do it a lot. I don't know. Some people don't know how to manage that kind of thing. I ain't saying I know what I'm doing, but I know that I'm trying. I gotta be there for the family. I enjoy it, as like I said. So I'll put trying to work on this, or you know what I mean, my slides. Sometimes I'll put that off for a minute so I can take care of some other stuff. I'm still loving it, still doing it. I've also even branched off to not only just pushing my Lee Bison brand, but also helping others with their brands and stuff like that. You've seen my post. I got a couple of buddies and business arrangements I had as far as making t-shirts and stuff, because you know I make my own t-shirts. I don't actually outsource it. I order all my material and everything blank, and then I go home. I get down on my cutting machine, my computer, my phone, the heat press. I go through the works. You guys seen my videos, like all that stuff really happens every time I do have orders. I had a guy wanted me to hook him up with, well, not hook up, it was a business arrangement, but you feel me though. I met up with Tim through another acquaintance, and he needed like 25 shirts for the show he was doing. I actually did a drum head for him too with the sticker vinyls and stuff like that. Turned out pretty good. He liked it a lot. I got some other opportunities coming up based off of that show. Few more orders and stuff like that. But like I said, man, I'm venturing out and I'm doing not just one thing. Things that come up and about, you know, I'm gonna take advantage of it. I'm gonna get on, you know, if I can help somebody else get on, you know what I mean. And at the same time, it's a business relationship. It's gonna be vice versa, mutual. So if you checked out my website, you know, you guys, or my Instagram, yeah, hit me up if you're looking for something basic vinyls, heat transfers, nothing too detailed. My prices are pretty good. Like I said, I instead of just doing it just for myself, I think some people, like, you know, are saying that they would like to do or have some stuff on some t-shirts or hoodies or whatever it is that they want. I've even, like I've done sticker vinyls. People wanted vinyls for their cars to promote their brand, and so I even do that. So, all right, I've been just staying busy. You know, I work my 9 to 5, my 9 to 6 really. I work my 9 to 6. I get off. I have orders. I gotta get on it, get those orders. Some are difficult, some easy, but you know you gotta put in the work. I was actually up to like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning the other day working on someone else's
logos and stuff.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a difficult one trying to figure it out and everything. I work from my phone a lot. I actually work from my phone more than I work from my laptop because it's easier and more convenient. You can just pull it out, and I got a lot of programs on there I can do. You know what I mean? So
sorry to interrupt you, but
yeah.
So I was trying to record live on Facebook through my phone, but apparently my microphone is fucked up when I go to Facebook Live. So I'm just gonna record a straight video. I'm just gonna upload this later to Facebook. And with that said, welcome to another episode of the Kick It Podcast. This is In Tune. I'm here with Mr. Lee Bison himself, my boy TJ. I'm Louis Love. It's been a while since we recorded. You know, like not just us, but you know in general. We all took like a week or two. My boy Lee Bison has been here. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep calling you Lee Bison because I'm pretty fucking.
I get it.
Dude, you're like the living embodiment of Lee Bison, man.
I appreciate that. I mean, I was just trying to. I mean, that's like I crossed it to you.
No, but like how you said, you know, we've been busy. It's been freaking hectic for me because I was gonna switch jobs, and I had already given my 2 weeks, and but I ended up staying, so it kind of was like a whole mess dealing with all that, and then I kind of needed a break from the podcast too. Everybody's doing their thing right now because that's life. We're all adults. Some of us got kids, some of us got stuff, and some of that happens. But we're back here, which is I'm fucking glad because it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, no, I've been meaning to get on to myself, to tell you the truth, dude. I mean, it's been like hit and miss between me and this dude right here, man. Mm-hmm. When he available, something come up for me, and then vice versa. But it's been working. I do want to give a shout out, Janelle. I appreciate the love. Smachuta, I appreciate you guys tuning in. J-Lo Cali, what's up? What's up? Love you back, Eddie. Love you back. Hey, keep up your stuff. I told you, man. Keep on pushing and doing your stuff. Don't nobody care what you shouldn't be caring what everybody else say or think. You know what I mean? Do it make you happy. The real shit. Why not, right? I mean, what's the point of living if you ain't gonna do what you love doing that makes you happy and stuff like that? And that's what I want to get a lot of people to realize, and that's what I'm working on myself too. And that's why I choose things that make me happy. You know what I mean? I don't care about the situation. What I'm trying to, trying to build my brand and all that stuff, man. Like, hey, okay, so this this episode is supposed to be like life is too short, and so we can keep throwing that in throughout the show because this is part of it too. And like I was just telling my cousin right now, hey, do what makes you happy, do what you want to do. She said some people were kind of hating on her stuff, whatever, and I was like, who cares what it, you know what I mean? You gotta love that shit. So the whole life is too short thing, like sometimes you gotta step away from the business thing or whatever, or you just gotta don't stop doing the stuff that you love. Seriously, because if everything's if things just work all the time, or just only putting in to look out for other people, come on, man, you can't look. They said, seriously, they said anything lost can be found again, except for time, wasted time.
Like that.
You can't get that. You can't get that back. So if you got to take time away from something else, although that thing isn't important, and you do love that thing too, but sometimes you got to do you 100.
Sometimes you got to be selfish.
Yeah. You know what I was saying that, and and that's one thing that I've learned throughout the years and stuff like that. Like, people talk about being selfish, and there's two different ways. I mean, there's several different ways of being selfish. Obviously, if all you care about is yourself 24/7 all the time, then of course,
that's a narcissist. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta be selfish and be like, nah, today I'm doing my thing. Right. You know what I mean? And don't let nobody take that from you. You gotta stay on it 100 all the time. So when you got that opportunity to do that, man, you gotta take advantage of it.
Definitely.
Life is too short.
it is.
So.
Speaking about that, dude, I've never even thought about a bucket list. Like it's never really like. There's people like, for those who don't know what bucket is like a list of things you want to do before you hit the bucket, or before you pass away or die or whatever.
I think they say kick the bucket, but yeah,
kick the bucket.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, but things to do before you die. And I got a lot of things I want to do. I just kind of don't call it the bucket list. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do. I mean, obviously, you want to do. There's a lot of things in life people want to do. You know what I'm saying? Your life is valuable, and there's so many things you can experience. So I don't look at it like it's a bucket list, man. I'm just like,
oh, yeah, there we go.
There's things I want. There's places I want to see. There's people I want to go with. There's people I want to see. There's distances I want to travel. Heights, fears. There's a lot of things I want to do. And yeah, of course, I want to do all that before I die. And obviously in my younger years, so that I can enjoy them properly. I don't think I want to be like 80 years old going skydiving and have a heart attack halfway down. It said, forget the parachute for the paramedic.
Yeah, right.
Revive this man before he hit the ground. But nah, yeah, man. These shows.
I guess we ain't gonna have no video. Fuck all y'all.
But you got it running on what, Facebook right now? Or which one's
out? It's not. It just turned off. I'm gonna check real quick. Man, if I can't fix it right now, I'm not gonna do it. Just gonna keep bothering me.
Which one is that one? So,
I ran out of space. That's what happened.
So yeah, he a little short on memory. Shoot, hey, you know what? Honestly, I just been so busy lately and trying to keep my little hustle going, collaborating with people. I try to a lot. I mean, that's what's helped me pretty much. I mean, get this far. I mean, I ain't acting like things are like amazing as far as business goes, but you know, I know every time that one person, I mean, sometimes it'd be dead. It'd be dead for a little minute. You know what I mean? It could be a couple weeks. You know, be dead. I ain't got no orders. That's real shit. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But you know what? Then it'll turn around, and then I got like a handful of people that's wanting merchandise and stuff like that, and that just lets me know like that's another thing. Like, don't ever give up on stuff, because I say I do give up on it. You know what I mean? And then people will actually come around and hit me up later on, just because they didn't get it when I was pitching to them the first time. Don't mean it's not gonna happen. So don't give up on your stuff. Because imagine if I gave up and then people actually, somebody came across and hit me up a month later, 2 months later, whatever, want merchandise. So hell, they probably want a gang of merchandise, and I don't got nothing left. I don't got nothing because I done gave up and all this stuff.
Right.
And then that was your chance, your opportunity, and it could have been, you know what I mean? So, like I said, I try and stick to it no matter what.
You know, it's funny. I've seen that happen, like with other businesses. You know, where like it gets slow. Like I've seen it. I don't know that much about business, but I've seen it enough where it usually takes like about 3 years to like try to start making profit.
Yeah.
You know, and you're gonna hit that little peak when it's like slow, like it's gonna be nothing. But usually when that happens, it's like after that, it just like it starts going up.
No, but even when you have a good business and it's going well, you know what I mean? You're gonna have you're not gonna feel it as much financially because it's a larger company, but they got their ups and downs all the time too. I mean, you know, if they bring out their tables and there, you can see all the highs and lows and stuff, and but those companies that recognize that are the ones that usually will thrive if, you know, they just keep at it. That's from what I can tell. I mean, I would. That's
just gotta hang in there, basically.
It's always it really just depends on you. So what you want to do, if you're trying to build something, it doesn't matter. It can be a business or a relationship. It doesn't matter. The whole thing is like how much do you care about it, that you're gonna put in the effort and work to deal with it, even when it ain't doing good. That's just it. That's just life. I mean, that's real shit. And that's all I'm trying to do. I used to get discouraged when it comes to like, I'll be like, all right, so people be tripping over like posts and stuff like that. Like, you know, dude, when I first started this Instagram stuff, like I said, when this was just, I can't remember when I started doing that. Yeah, about almost a year and a half ago. Yeah, and I used to think it was all about that stuff, and I started realizing like I don't even care. You just never know who it's gonna hit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that whole thing about 100 people. You should want 100 failures, because that one success is gonna mean everything.
Right.
And now all them failures gone. And that, you know, and I honestly truly believe in that. And that's only because like there's been certain things that I've done that some people would already gave up on. I go places and people know me by Lee Bison. We out there, dude. We be out. I was out the other night and stuff, and a friend of mine was like, "Hey, yeah," like somebody came up and they was like, "Yeah, where you been? Lee Bison already here?" Or no, Lee's already here. Lee's already here. And I thought that was funny because I'm sitting there and and for a minute he's like, "Lee, who the hell is Lee?" Like, oh, do you know Lee Bison? You know your boy with the clothes man. He's like, "Oh yeah, Terrence." And I was like, but that's cool though, man, for real. Like I think that's so dope. And then because people respect it on real stuff, like, and people hype it up all day long and tell me this and that, and won't even purchase anything. And for me, what I want people to know, like for me, honestly, I don't care if they buy anything. I enjoy the fact that people hit me up and they know who I am based off of my brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's a good thing, you know.
Yeah,
like,
and Yeah, and just real quick, they be like, so I've met them like maybe a month or whatever previously, and they got extra friends that they done came in with, and you know what I mean, that don't know me, whatever, and they're like, oh no, this is Lee, whatever, this is or if they know my name, they Terrence Day Warren, or they be like, oh, this is Lee Bison, this is his brand, whatever, whoop, and then they start asking me questions and stuff, and that's how my networking has actually worked out. You know what I mean? Like and getting business because they're like, oh yeah, he does his own thing, whatever, and you trying to get some stuff done, you know what I mean? And they be like, hey, could you, could you?
It's just like word of mouth. They're like, oh well, it's funny because I needed someone to do that.
Yeah,
right?
There's like, oh, you do all this yourself, and I was like, yeah. There's like, so you don't outsource? I was like, no, man, I got the machines at home, I do it myself, and. Yeah, so it's helped me out. It's helped me out business wise, as far as that goes. I mean, and then that just adds to the brand. So, yeah, feeling it,
dude, man, it's crazy. I'm just finally glad that I feel more like more calm now.
Yeah,
you know, because like I said, the last couple of weeks have been hectic.
Yeah,
you know, like I was gonna change jobs. You know, but that fell through, so I stayed. You know, like some people were leaving, some people were going, and like it was hectic. But now it's all calm. You know, I was getting a little overwhelmed with the podcast, just in general. You know, with things, and but yeah, and I've been busy trying to set up events, like you said earlier. So quick shout out, we have one the 22nd of June, which is Queen's Cup. It's hosted by my boy Smoke Dog, the main event show. So basically, it's like a beer pong tournament. You know, with like female like MCs or whatever your talent is, and then as the teams keep losing, that's who performs. So that's how they set up the lineup. And so yeah, the Kick It podcast is going to be there. So you know, if you find yourself at the Off Base Bar, is it by Mira Mesa, I think? Yeah, stop by. It's going to be fun. You know, just had to put that out there real quick, and it just feels good because it had been like almost a month, I think, since we did one of these episodes for In Tune.
Oh, okay.
This is the first one we did with City Boy Ghost, I think. Or
Oh,
was it
okay.
the second one?
That we did it?
Yeah, I think it was the second one we did, right?
One.
Well, technically the third before.
I think it was. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I got a bad memory. I don't even know why you asking me. Yeah, I can't even spell.
Yeah, man, I feel it too, bro. I'm surprised I wrote Lee Bison right now.
Right?
No, but yeah, it feels good, man. So, you know, thank you guys for tuning in on my boy Lee Bison's. And if you guys get this video out there, thank you too. And yeah, dude, we've just been off the air for like a week, I think. Week and a half.
Well, you've been completely off the air for a week and a half, but then we had missed a couple of shows we were supposed to be doing, like I said.
Yep.
I think it's been probably like 3 weeks.
Yes, we've been, like you said, off the air for a week and a half, and we haven't done one in 3 weeks. Yeah,
my schedule changed, and then he had a lot going on, and then when my schedule changed, I ended up having a lot going on and trying to work, and work through my free time. Well, it's technically not my free time, but what would be considered somebody's free time. You know, you got to try and work and make shit, try and get shit done. You know what I mean? That you couldn't get done.
Right.
Any other time. So
yeah. It was like people don't know is like, you know, when you're trying to start something like this, it's basically like having a second job.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, you know, it's something you got to do. You know, that's something that people don't really understand. Like,
and don't get it twisted, man. This is not a second job where you actually getting paid from it right now, or even making that money.
Exactly.
You putting in the work right now. Basically, when you're trying to start your own stuff, seriously, the way it works is, you have to buy. You literally have to buy. Oh, put it this way: it's like you paying somebody else for you to work part time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. Starting nothing ain't free. Costs a lot of time, a lot of money and stuff, investment, and all that kind of stuff. And if you're gonna invest in something monetarily, you should definitely invest in it with your time and make it happen. That's just a given, seriously.
Because at that point, you're basically running a business, really.
But if you do it, though, remind you, if you do it seriously, and you actually put in the time. What up, Brandon? I got you. If you actually invest, if you're investing and you invest your time with it, it will work out. and then if you actually put in the time, it's gonna make you want to continue to do it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially after you put your money into it, obviously.
Right.
But like but I know a lot of people that they wasted money. They put money into stuff and they don't even work it. They just buy this stuff and whatever it may be. That's what I'm saying, stuff. But no, they invest money in things, and then it just sits, and they don't even actually put in the effort and work to do it, and then it just goes right down the drain. You lost all that money and nothing. And I'm not one for losing money. I'm a coupon type dude. I don't care. You know what I mean? Take a couple cents off from me, please. You know what I mean? I'll show up with a Groupon on your ass real quick.
Oh, it's $269. This is $259.
You feel me? Hey, seriously, I be on Groupon like crazy. I'm an eBay, Amazon fiend. I'm for real. All my stuff, man. I be getting all my stuff off of them. I be using discounts. I be using Ebates. I ain't playing, man. Shoot, look, like I said, man. Hey, you gotta get a cut when you can. When you're trying to build a business, you're putting more money into it than you're gonna get back. That's just a given. The first couple years, and see, I chalked it up to 5 years. Your first 5 years, seriously, you're putting money into your business, and then after, like I said, if you're putting in the work and all that stuff, then it's gonna pay out. I ain't started no business, but you know what? I've read up on a lot of companies I have and how they started and all that stuff, man. Mm-hmm. And that's just how somehow they've been doing it for 10 years and they ain't got nothing really out of it, man. The little chump change that they had, they just put it right back into it once they made any kind of money, and that's how it worked. And it's, I mean, if you got that kind of proof, if you can see it, then I mean, how you gonna deny it? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, man. I'm just putting, you know, like my boy, like this is stuff, man. He put all this together, dude. He bought all the equipment, and he the one got this started. You know what I mean?
Yep. This
wouldn't be happening, right? This wouldn't be happening if he didn't invest his money and time into it.
Yeah, and it's not gonna make money for another while. You know,
no, exactly.
It takes a while. It's not gonna happen right from the get go. And that's from the time.
It's not.
So you have the money, you put the money down, and it's, you know, for anything really, anything you want to do, not, you know, business, brand, you know. That's how it is.
It's funny because it's like that whole like life, like saying life is too short, right? Life is too short. But look, if you don't invest now and you don't start like putting in your work and all that stuff, if you don't start putting in your work,
you're gonna see
time's gonna pass you by really, really fast. But at the same time, you got to be patient with it and understand that you're putting money and time into this, to what you're trying to build or whatever. But don't expect people that put money into something expect to turn around within the next couple months or the next year or something. Like you're living in a fairy tale land, and whatever it is that you're trying to build ain't gonna last, and it's not gonna build big. Seriously, That's just, I ain't seen one. I haven't seen one start like that, and if it did, it fell real fast. I mean, that's kind of, I think it's common sense, but apparently there's a lot of people that don't get that. My bad. I'm sitting there trying. I'm trying to read some messages on my on my live feed right now. But no, yeah. So you know, I'm reading. They're pretty much agreeing with what I'm saying, also. And yeah, sticking to the vision, man, and putting in the work.
Knowing your market and being the leader, setting the vision is important when creating a business. That's true.
Yeah,
it is true, because it's your thing. You're gonna have to lead people. You know, you're gonna have to tell them, I want this. You gotta do this. You gotta do that.
And that's another thing. Yeah. So Brandon just touched on that right now, saying talking about knowing the market and everything. And see, that's another thing also. That's just homework and research. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what you got to do. If you're in a business, you got to look up into other businesses like that, and see how they do things and how they market and all that stuff. And that's exactly what building a business is about. Seriously, if you don't know you can put money into a business, but it's all putting in your time and your work. Is
run it.
So for example, I ain't gonna lie, man, shit, I be Netflixing this shit too. Alright. So but I try and stay away from TV shows, man, for real, because they do be addicted, dude. You'll be marathoning the hell out of them bitches real quick.
You're like 10 seasons.
I'm dead serious, dude.
The last 2 weeks.
You know what I mean? But no, so what I'll do is, seriously, and it'll hit me, and I'll be sitting there watching some shit, and I'll be like, I didn't watch 2 episodes of this shit. I know damn well. So that's 2 hours. I could have taken 2 hours to actually look up some stuff on internet and do some researching on the market that I'm in, that I'm trying to reach, or the people I'm trying to reach. You know what I mean, or whatever, or however I'm trying to market. And I'm still learning that it's slow motion. Like I said, man, I ain't trying to make I ain't trying to make $1 million in a year. You know what I mean? Or not, like I just know that's not real. That's not honestly realistic. Unless you're gonna win a lottery, and that would be dope. You know what I mean? I don't play enough to actually think I'm gonna win.
Yeah, you could end up making $100K a year, but it'll take time.
Yeah,
you know, it's not gonna happen in like a year or two.
I mean, think about those people that actually go and work that stuff. They put in time, they put in school and all that stuff before they actually can do that. They put in money and time before they can actually make that money.
Right.
The only difference that I feel is, and those are the people go to college. I'm not gonna go to college, but that's my thing though. Like a lot of people, so like my brother has like several degrees, and like I think all the degrees he has, I don't think he works. Like his job has nothing to do with any of the degrees he has. They didn't put in all that time, all that money and stuff, and then it ain't even working for you in that way. That's the kind of thing that I think sucks.
Right.
So best is like, hey, whatever you got a feel for, a joy for, man. This is the internet, man. You can go learn that stuff. All it does take time to look, research, do what you got to do, find out the moves you need to make. You know what I mean?
And it goes back to what was it, Brandon? This is what he said. You know, you have to about being the leader. Like I tell musicians, or I have this thing where if you're a musician, you know, or host a show once, set up a show, you know, so you can see the other side of it. You know, where you have to make sure everything goes right. You know, if something happens to the sound, you got to be the one fixing it. You're like, oh, where's this? You know, where's this person? They're going up next. Oh, I got to find them. Yeah. You know, like you got to make sure, like, the fight breaks out. You got to be like, oh, damn, I got to go stop that. And, you know, do that. You know, you got people don't see that other side of it. You know, the side where you actually have to put in, like, work. You know, because people see something like, oh, okay, I want to do this. But all they really imagine is doing that, but they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You know?
Yeah, because they don't. Well, and this is another thing, and this is why I think a lot of entrepreneurs or business owners or stuff like that, like they need to actually start showing people, especially entrepreneurs. I'm not really talking about somebody that went to college and now they're running some freaking multi-million-dollar company because they went to college and they learned all stuff that way. Nah, man. So I want people that are entrepreneurs that started their own things, stuff like that. Like they didn't go to college or anything, or even if you did, like this, you built your brand or your business or whatever from the ground up. You started it. It was your idea. You invested the time. You invested the money. Things like that need to be shown. They're showing a lot of this. Everybody want to show like racks and racks and racks thrown up in the air on a bed. Like, you know, you got a bed made out of money on the internet and all that stuff.
You know, and then you got that from your payday.
Or you rolling around. You ain't even actually driving a damn Lamborghini, but you sitting on top of that damn thing because you was walking past somewhere and saw one and decided to take a picture of it. But now you want to be a influencer and you want to show that you got connections with a damn Lamborghini, even though it ain't yours. But like, you know, all that fake stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I've never liked the word influencer.
No,
it's weird.
I don't know. I don't touch down like that. Like, I don't care. I just think it's funny when people try and do that stuff or even show. Like, it ain't even about that. Like, honestly, if you really care about people, you want people to get. Like, they be like, yo, you know, stop your job, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're better than that. You could do this. And it's funny because all those people, all they do is they turn around and they be like, hey, yeah, well, buy this course from me for $1,000 and I can teach you how to turn that shit into fucking $1 million in a couple years. Or by next month, you can be stacking in 6 digits. You know what I mean? Like, it's all BS, dude. I mean, because if they really cared and they were already making that money where they're driving a Lamborghini and all that stuff, why wouldn't you just get that information away for free? It ain't like they're going to just flood the market and take it from you. So if you got that kind of money already, then why the hell you charging people for all that shit? I think that's so funny, man. And that's what lets me know it's fake. I guarantee you see them people in real life that guarantee they ain't driving them damn cars that they got in their garages.
You know, that's funny. It reminds me of I saw like this meme or joke or whatever, like a little story, anecdote, whatever. And it was saying there's this guy working, right? And he sees his boss show up in like this brand new Porsche. And he tells the boss, it's like, damn, that's a really beautiful ride you got there. Thanks. If you work hard and stay longer hours, I can buy myself a new one next year.
Yep, exactly. You feel me? Exactly. Yeah, no, I love that he just said that because that's real. I mean, that's how I felt the same thing too. And that's why I started doing my own thing, man, because I was just like, I'm sitting here breaking my back, and like all the guys in my trade, dude, they were the older ones that were close to retirement, whatever, like hip replacements, knee replacements, elbow replacements, missing fingers, like all this stuff. So you gonna go retire, but you can't actually enjoy it. Right. I mean, you know what I mean? Yeah, you can, it's cool and everything, but guess what? The company you work for, you the one broke your back, and yet the owner is fucking sitting here going on cruises up in Dubai, and man, like it's just crazy. Like you sat here and spent your life breaking your back so that somebody else can be a millionaire. I don't want that. Yeah, boss don't even know your name. I don't want to live like that, man. Yeah, I want.
Time's too short, man.
Yeah, right. Nah, Mike know what I'm talking about, dude.
So your boy Brandon, he asked another question. Where is it?
How would you market in other countries or market to other? I don't really. That's a good question, man. I ain't even got that far yet, dude. Oh shit, I'm trying to get this shit local.
Well, yeah, I mean, shit. If you're marketing to other countries, well, how would you do that?
I mean, first off, I would just start. I mean, I don't know, but the first step I would take is I need to start looking into these other countries that have some kind of demand for what I'm trying to sell. You know what I mean, or what I'm trying. Right. You know what I mean? That would be the first thing. I mean, I would have to do my that's a part of that research thing that I was talking about, man. You got to look that up. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't gotten that far to looking into other countries yet, man. Hell, I'm still trying to buy shit from some other country so I can build my shit back here as long as that shit legit.
Okay, yeah. So that would be probably one of the main things you have to worry about is how to send the product out to the other country, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, how much is it like for like an international package?
That's exactly what I was just about to get into too. All right, so for example, it was a fake order, but anyway, it was an order, and it was to Armenia.
Oh damn, that's like Eastern Europe and shit.
Oh no, Albania. It's to Albania, man. It was an order, and it was like they already paid for shipping, and it was like $20 shipping. Damn. Do you know how much it costs to actually ship something to Albania? It's way more than what the product costs, and way more than they even sent me for things. It was a fraud order that I could already kind of tell that because, like, nah, like if that's the order to them, like you pay for shipping, your shipping's gonna be way more than that.
Yeah.
So I ended up finding out, and I didn't push anything. I even contacted or tried to contact whoever actually placed the order. I never got a response back. I told them I couldn't ship it out until it was cleared, and it was not cleared, and then it was a fraudulent order. So don't push your orders out too fast is another thing that you might want to try and stay focused on. Wait on some of your orders. Just email the person back. If it looks fishy, just email the person back. They left an email. Let them know the situation. Not calling them frauds or nothing like that, but just let them know that
you didn't get what you wanted.
Just let them know that there was something that came up on the order, so you're just waiting for that, and you're waiting to get it cleared so that you can go ahead and have that order shipped. And when you're shipping out of countries, that happens all the time. I have shipped out of country, only to Canada, and it's a serious process. They don't joke, so. Anytime somebody's ordering outside the country, you can always let them know that stuff, and it gives you time to figure out, make sure everything's legit. So that you don't, because if I would have sent that, man, for real, it would have cost me more, and on two, it may have even come back. Tell you the truth, I don't even know like how it even happened or how it worked. Yeah. But anyway, I contacted mine. They told me don't, and I didn't. So. Stay on your stuff, man. Don't be so quick to try and get stuff out because you want to let people know that you on top of your shit. Because it's really, if you're on top of your shit, you ain't gonna mess up and do something stupid like that.
I think another thing that you would need to like expand to like a different country or something. You would definitely need to have like a little headquarters there.
Oh well, yeah.
You'd have to have like a little spot there where you can handle.
Or what a lot of people do is they find businesses not local. They find businesses out of the country and stuff like that in certain countries they find businesses that do what they do, and pretty much it's the same, almost the same thing as you kind of would do here. Is if you or somebody wanted to buy an order of shirts so that they can sell them in your store in their stores. So if you're gonna be if you're gonna be doing stuff outside the country and definitely trying to push in those countries, you definitely want to hit up the local stores and shops and stuff in that country. The most happening spots, obviously, look up the ratings because you can find ratings even in other countries. So you want to put in that work, find that kind of information out, and then definitely do your research on that company, management, the business owners, and the whole nine. And before you put it in any business, be patient. Seriously, be patient. Do not rush anything. If you rush stuff, you're gonna end up sending your stuff to somebody, and you ain't gonna get your money, or I don't know.
You have to give them or something.
They might even take your stuff and do something crazy with it and then sell it. Now you looking stupid over there in that country. Like, you know what I mean? You don't want to mess anything up, so do your research. Seriously, know who you messing with. Make sure they got a good rep and all that stuff. And then that's how I would set it up. I guess to answer your marketing outside of the countries at this moment, that's how I would do it. I would find a business out there. Every country got t-shirt stores.
Yep.
And a lot of them got a lot of American brand clothing and all that stuff because they wear it over there. I mean, hell, we make dope shit. I know some of us buy shit from other countries, but at least, I mean, I don't know. I guess we put a little twist on this shit and then send it back. I don't know. But anyway, that's the steps that I would take initially, is doing the research on the companies and dealing with those, figuring that out first.
Find a similar audience to the one you already have.
Exactly. That's all. That's a given no matter where you go. That's just marketing it at hand right there.
It's like if you're doing a shirt that's like hip hop based, then you would go look for the hip hop in that other country, or whatever it is. Make sure you have like an audience similar, and then go from there. So I think those would be maybe. Oh, and you probably have to check if that name is owned in that country too, right?
Well, yeah. Well, okay. So if you're trying to start a brand seriously, and you're trying to trademark your stuff or patent anything, when you go to the USPTO, United States Patent Trade Office, if you go to that, they'll do an extensive search on it. Depending on how much you pay, they can even do a very, very, very serious search. I definitely did it because I did a lot of research on my name before I actually put it out. And I did a lot of research on it. I looked it up like crazy. There was I think I found there was one Lee Bison I found spelled differently, and then there was a Bison Lee I found. So I was pretty much feeling I was in the clear pretty good. So they did the research and everything, and my shit passed. So that's how mine got trademarked. If you want to start a business or whatever, you want to brand your name or come up with a business name, do your research. Definitely get your stuff trademarked. You don't want to have a brand name, you put in the work and all this stuff, because people sit back and let you, they own something, they own a name, you took it, they'll sit back and watch you build and build and build and build and build, and you still ain't done anything about it because you didn't forgot, you didn't let your mind get off and sideways. And then they gonna come back and sue you and take all your stuff, all of it. They'll wait 10 years and let you build it and come take all your stuff, and you ain't got no rights because you never went and took care of it.
That's funny. That's one of the ways that Thomas Edison fucking came up, was he would just patent stuff, and if someone else tried to use it, they couldn't.
A lot of people have done that. There's been a lot of the like the dinosaur companies and stuff like that. Most of their stuff was stolen from somebody. You can do your research on that. I mean, you could look up a lot of old school companies, dinosaur companies, even the ones that have been that went bankrupt and crumbled. Check those out. Those were stolen. A lot of them are because people didn't know no better. People they go talk. They think they got a friend or somebody. You know what I mean? Business acquaintance, and then that person they ran your mouth. You didn't get your papers right, and somebody came through and swooped up on you.
Yep.
You don't want that to happen. So definitely do that, man. I got a couple of patents. Trademarks on a few things. I got a book. Like I said before, I got a book full of some other little trademarks that I need to get taken care of, which will be happening. Like I said before, in the next few months. I told you guys that, and that is definitely happening. Don't think I'm playing. This summer you're gonna see. Just put it this way: this summer, by fall, you're gonna see some stuff coming out. You're gonna see some new stuff that I got coming. I promise you that. That's a given. But I'm gonna take a break real quick. Gotta walk away, handle something.
Yeah.
Give me a moment.
Oh, for sure. Now, yeah, for those still tuning in, thank you guys. It had been a while. Boy TJ went to go to the bathroom, I believe. And yeah, we couldn't finish the recording because, well, the video recording because my phone. I'm not gonna lie, I dropped my phone a couple of times, and it's probably just living in agony right now, waiting for the battery to die and not turn on again. And it's been rough, it's been hectic, but it's cool, it's fun. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything you guys want to drop by, drop them down and we'll listen to them. Yep, welcome back.
So I'm back. I had to take me a break real quick. All right, so I'm about to answer answer to a comment. Brandon said I sent one to his phone. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Holla back. About the live stream question thing. Oh yeah. You say something about people sending messages? Did you say something about people sending messages or something? I don't know.
Did I?
He said he sent messages through the live stream questioning. Yeah, I mean, shit, y'all got some more questions. Y'all go ahead and ask some more questions.
Yeah, my phone is down at the moment, I believe. Hey, how did you even get out here? Let me go put this one back in. About social media.
To whose phone are you talking about? Is the question. Oh, unless you're talking about to mine. No. Oh, I think it was you. Alright, so yeah, I had some notifications. I didn't go through them yet. But anyway. So tonight, man, pretty much this is us getting back to it.
Shaking the fucking mic dust off.
Right. Yeah, man. Usually we be on it. But we do be having a lot more characters up in this piece.
Yeah.
Acting a fool, helping out, doing a thing, you know what I mean? Supporting. Mad love and respect to those guys. Yeah, so that's all we hear. Nah, it really is though, seriously. So that's why I want to take the opportunity to make sure that we actually did this again today.
Yeah.
And we're gonna continue to keep doing it.
Yeah, it came at the right time.
Yeah. Hey, a little bit is more than nothing at all. So you know what I mean. Yeah. As long as you continue to keep pushing, everything will work out. Just don't stop. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. If you keep doing the exact same thing every day. I mean, you probably obviously most people ain't doing it. If you're doing it, 9 times 10, you're gonna be better than the rest of them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So why not continue to keep doing it? I'm not doing what somebody else is doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't care what somebody else is doing. I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't care if somebody's done it before. I'm doing what I'm doing. They're not me, so you got to do you.
Do you think social media encourages or discourages people?
I think social media does both.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I said, when I was talking about these guys these people who like to promote and act like they making all this money doing this and doing that, you know what I mean? And then they want to try and sell you some information on how to do it. I mean, that's discouraging for one, because it's like, dang, like, all right, if you did it, then why? Like, why you need to make? That's how I feel. Why I need to give you money? Right. you're already balling and you're claiming you want to help me out, but yet what you do is you set me up and be like, oh yeah, buy this $39 book. Then I go buy the ebook and then I read the ebook. But then it's like that was just the intro to the other shit that you're trying to sell me. So now I bought your ebook and now you're telling me I need to join one of your motherfucking seminars for $1,200, and then you're gonna tell me the exact secrets on how to do that. Then if I sign up to that, then you're going to tell me you need 20 G's from me and you'll be a personal one-on-one call me and text me type dude. Like, you can kiss my ass. I don't care. I don't need to see you. I don't need to hear from you. If you really want to help me out, you're gonna shoot me the advice or whatever. And then if I got something going on that you can actually fit off of, then we become business partners.
Right.
Other than that, all I feel like I'm just a damn customer that you just want to try and get. And I'm not even a real customer because you sought me out. I didn't go like you know what you put your shit out there to try and get me to come in. I'm not a customer. It ain't like I was I didn't wake up this morning and be like, oh, you want to know what? I need somebody that's gonna teach me this shit. So hold on, I got like $300 right now. I'm about to go ahead and put into that shit right there because that needs to happen. Like, nah, dude, you sucker ass fool.
Like the first lesson you get is you don't pay a motherfucker $200 to tell you that. You know?
Thank you. Done.
Yeah.
So yes, it does discourage people, and at the same time, social media, it definitely.
I've always seen social media as like a magnifying glass on your life, because you're pretty much putting all your stuff out there on social media. You know, whether you're just putting up a comment, whether you're putting up your music, whether you're putting up your brand. You know, people get a magnifying glass and fucking, you know, they're able to critique, they're able to judge, and when you make a mistake or when you have a success, it's magnified. You know, more people know about it than you think they would.
But that's the thing about it that if you're gonna do it and you really want to try and make something out of it, you're not gonna care what nobody else thinks. You shouldn't. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're really trying to build something, I mean, dude, look, if you're putting out some stuff seriously, you know it's positive, it ain't to hurt nobody, right. And you're enjoying it, you're having fun doing it, and all that stuff, and then you hear somebody talking shit like in a comment or something, think about it, dude. That's better than actually having a fan, because this person that don't like you took their personal time that they could have been using to try and build or work on their own self to talk shit about you. That's more of a compliment than even a fan. And I appreciate, you know, I appreciate everybody that support me on 100 and everything. But I appreciate the ones that behave. You know, I've had comments and stuff like that where people be talking junk, and I don't care. I appreciate it because, like I said, I think it's funny. Like, you actually took the time to talk shit about me. Mm-hmm. Like, I bothered you that much. Like, I got that much of your attention to where I pissed you off. And I wasn't even talking to you directly.
Yeah, you can see it like on any like comment section, you know, like when they say like, "Oh, I don't like this. Oh, why'd you take the time to comment on it?" You know, or so and so. Either way, you got interested, you know, enough to like freaking, you know, reply and write some like nasty shit.
No, yeah, all right. So Brandon hitting on. He talking about only. He said only the good stuff though. He said happy people on social media are not usually that happy. And I wouldn't even just say social media, dude. That's just people's life, and where everybody always thinks that people with money or people that are successful or people that are rich, like they just got this perfect life and stuff, and why would they be mad? But they got some other deeper things going on. That's not just social media. That's just anything. General, you know, some people, a lot of these people that are on this social media stuff, they actually do love what the hell they do. They get on there, they acting a fool. It's the best way to become an entrepreneur these days, is getting into knowing what you're doing on social media. So I personally think
it's an important thing now, dude. Like, I personally don't like social media, but you have to use it now if you want to be like successful business, a brand, or a podcast or whatever. You know, it's something that goes hand in hand with it, and you know. You want to do something that people are like, oh, that's freaking cool. Like, I wish I could do that. And that's when you get the people that, you know, that front like they're happy. Like, dude, for example, like comedians. Comedians are a perfect example. Like, you know, they're funny as hell when you see them, but usually they have, like, a lot of, like, deep, like, problems. That's why a lot of them like commit suicide. You know, same thing with like musicians.
A lot of and when it comes to comedians, because I love comedians, man. I love comedy. Mm-hmm. I honestly like one of the things I do instead of listening to music, I'll be listening to stand-up comedy. I can listen to stand-up comedy all day long. It's a bunch of stuff I've already even heard already. I don't care. Like, it's the laughter and stuff, and then to think that, I mean, that's a craft too. Shit,
Yeah.
You can't get your ass up on stage and become a comedian, but these fools do it all the time, man.
Right.
I think it's funny, and I think it's very clever. I think it's just as clever as even how people love rapping and all that stuff. Being a comedian, like, can't anybody just jump up and just get on stage and start making people laugh for an hour or two? Hell no. Why you think most say stuff only lasts about an hour? But no, I just want to answer. Sorry. Brandon had a question real quick. He was talking about, he said, how important is mind, body, and soul when it comes to achieving your best? And I think it's very important.
Yeah, let's break it down.
All three together, seriously.
Yeah, like your mind, you need it to, like, you know, that's your thought process. That's what makes you think. No, that's what gets you going. Your body,
and it needs to be healthy though,
yes,
just like your body does. I mean, you have to have a healthy mind.
It makes anything physically able. You know, like your mind is the thing that motivates you. Your body gets you going, and your soul. Well, damn, you know, your soul it's you. You know, you got to make sure like you don't lose yourself or do, depending on the situation, I guess. Whichever way you see it. 'Cause some people say don't lose yourself. Some people say, you know, you got to lose yourself in some aspects.
I mean, yeah, I think he probably is trying to get a little deeper into that because I mean. All right, so I just felt I just felt he wanted to so mentally, like yeah, we need all three of those things. I mean, obviously, but I think he's probably hitting on more of like mind, body, and soul. Like they all need to be healthy in their own ways. Like so, when you're talking about mind, like yes, your thought process and all that, but I think he was more on like a healthy mind or a bad mind. You know what I mean? And I think more like you said, thinking and all that stuff, and having a clear thought process, a positive thought process. If your mind is focused on negative energy all the time, for one, that's bad. It's bad mentally for you. It can make you physically sick too. It can definitely mess you up physically by having a negative mind. And
basically, your body will like shut down.
Yeah, if your mind is negative, even about your body, you can affect your body. And then having a negative mind. And worry all the time and stress and anxiety and all that stuff. I mean, like I said, it's all hand in hand. It can affect your body physically and stuff like that, but like it can really put a hurting on your soul,
right.
Especially if you're one of the type of people who are very sensitive and you do it to yourself and then you let other people do it to you also.
Right.
They mess with your head. You that's why I said, like, who cares? It always starts right there with, like, who cares what everybody else thinks? Right. This is your life. This is your life, your name, your birthday. You're the one breathing. You're the one worried about if you're going to get up in the morning and if you're going to go to work and make the money to pay your bills and be there for your family when you need to. So why the hell do you give a shit about what anybody else thinks? Because they're not about to come over there and do that stuff for you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, they're not gonna. You can have your opinion on me all day long, but you're not about to. There's nothing about what you do that's gonna help me in any way or shape or form. Whether it's a happier thought process, right. You're not about to pay my bills. You ain't about to come have my back when I'm not thinking properly. You know what I mean? So I really don't care. You know what I mean? And I actually appreciate those people more because it teaches me to not worry and care about that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Obviously, I have my thought process because because of the way I've dealt with certain people, in the past, and maybe I've appreciated the good, positive people, and I've appreciated the negative thoughts from other people and stuff like that. Right. It just lets you know, seriously, it's like listen to them, but don't pay too much attention to it. Recognize who you are and how you're going to deal with those people. That's what makes you. You know what I mean? Or those things or situations. That's what makes you. It's not about those things or those people that determines who you are. It's about how you handle those situations. You got two people with two completely different lives, and at one point becoming the exact same situation, and now you're gonna find out who they are by how each one of them handles the situation. You know what I mean? It's like you can judge me and I'm not on a trip. You know what I mean? Because I know me and I know who I am. You know what I mean? A lot of people like they can judge you, and it'll completely mess your mind up.
Right, and that's when having like a strong soul comes into play. You
Yeah.
got to be able to handle, criticism. You got to be able to accept it when you got to make it like a tough decision.
Exactly.
Something that goes against like your morals. Sometimes sometimes you got to do some decisions you don't want to do.
Yeah.
And that's when the strong soul comes into play. And I think the camera's about to die off. So just.
Oh yeah, so I guess the live things is timed. I didn't know that. I thought mine was running longer. But anyway, I got 5 seconds left. I just want to say I appreciate y'all. I'll jump back on in a minute if we still going.